All right, so apparently this is a thing where a lot of my videos are going to be while I'm driving because I've been in California for about a year now, which was not the plan, but I need to take care of some business here, and that's just what it ended up as. So at the end of the day, there's a lot of time in the car. So anyway, what's this video about? Man, there are so many things going on in life right now that I feel like I should document. And part of me is torn because I'm like, I don't want to pick up my phone and talk into my phone. But at the same time, I'm like, I'm never going to get this time back. I'm never going to have a reflection on this time again. And, I'll never be this young again, all those things. And there are things that I wish that I had documented on YouTube 15 years ago, right? I don't even think YouTube was around 15 years ago, 10 years ago. When I was just starting to travel the world, that was actually like 13 years ago. And, I learned a lot of lessons. But one of the things that's hitting me right now, and I didn't really expect this, is it's really hitting me that I want to be in one location and to build roots. So I've been reading this book. In fact, this book has been so impactful on me that I ended up getting a tattoo not to represent the book, but some of the ideas in the book. And I'll show you what this tattoo is. But yeah, it just made such a big impact on me. And ironically, I'm only like 56% of the way through. And I was reading it last night, and one of the things that it was talking about, literally the chapter title was called The Loneliness of the Digital Nomad. Which is funny because I never really liked the concept of the digital nomad. Like, I didn't really gel with the verbiage. I didn't really gel with a lot of it because it just feels too like hippie to me. And I am kind of like a modern hippie dude, meaning, I want more nature-based things and natural stuff and to do extreme sports and all that. So I definitely have that element to me just because I like nature. I'm not out there hugging trees, but I probably gel a lot with those types of people based on some of their beliefs about nature, human nature, our connection to nature, what we're made of, all that good stuff. But at the same time, I never really vibed with the whole backpacker digital nomad thing. So I did an element of that. I definitely did backpacking for years, but it was mainly just because I didn't want to have excuses for not doing things. And so I just did them. Whether I had the money or not, I figured it out, right? If I didn't have the money, I asked, how can I get the money? And then I got the money. And there's definitely better ways I could have done it in hindsight. And if I had been able to ask better questions, and if I was more aware of certain things, and probably if I came from a different place in life, I would have had different standards for things. Some of the places that I've stayed are super gnarly, and I would never do that again. But at the same time, it's kind of cool because I feel like I've lived life at every level. And I'm really proud of that because, I could bitch and complain, but at the end of the day, I have these experiences that are not so valuable for just being experiences because, you'll never run out of potential experiences. But they're more valuable because of my mindset that has been forged through those processes and kind of killing the curiosity about many things, If you don't backpack, you always wonder, what if I backpacked? Okay, so you backpack. Cool. And even if you used a year of your life, like one out of, let's say, the average person lives to 76, back to that book called 4,000 Weeks, that comes out to about 4,000 weeks, like 3,960 weeks or something like that. And, okay, so let's say you use 52 of those weeks, which is a year, right? 52 weeks in a year. Let's say you use 52 of those weeks to go backpack the world. That's a decent percentage, but it doesn't even make a dent in that 4,000, all right? And man, just what a valuable thing to reflect on. So anyway, I've been thinking a lot lately that it's time to set down some roots, and because according to that chapter and according to things that I've been feeling, which I've been living in different places around the world at different times. I've done 3 months here, a year here, 2 months there, a month there, a year and a half back in California, somewhere else, overseas, UK, whatever it might be. And I've just been really fortunate with some of these crazy experiences. So anyway, yeah, what I've come to realize that perfectly, what's that word? It's like serendipity. Like serendipitous that I read this in the book last night, and there's a whole chapter on it, which is weird. the loneliness of the digital nomad. And yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say I'm a digital nomad, but other people might label me as that just because of the nature of moving around and living in different places and whatnot. And so one of the things that it mentions, and I resonated with super hard, is that there's always a trade-off. And the trade-off for being a digital nomad or living in different places around the world and having all those adventures is that you don't consistently build relationships on a recurring basis, meaning you don't get deep roots. And when you don't build deep roots, you're missing out on some of the fundamental magic of life, which is those long-term relationships. And man, I can tell you, I'm like hurting for that right now. I am hurting. I feel like I'm dying, literally. I know this sounds like an exaggeration, but I feel like I'm dying a long, slow death by not having those recurring, deep rooted relationships. And, I just, 2 days ago, maybe it was a day ago, I don't even know. 2 days ago, yeah. I went to a really good family friend's 60th birthday. And man, it was so cool seeing his friends from when he was a kid pick up the microphone and say some cool things about him and talk about their stories and stuff. And you're just not going to have that. You're not going to get that if you don't build deep roots. Establishing a house and establishing a home and all of those things. Like, I also gel with the idea of not investing into a single family home because I understand it's not really a good investment depending on how you could use that money in other ways. But investing into real estate is super important to me. I want to own property. I want to own land. I want to have a farm. I want to have animals. I want to have a family running around, little kids running around and playing with the animals and digging into the earth. Like, man, I just don't want this sterile lifestyle of just making money, growing businesses and brands and whatnot. And like, it's just going to get really, really, really old, man. And you're going to wish you had a plot of land and it could grow some food, even if it's just for fun. Eat a little bit, obviously still buy food, and just live somewhere where the magic and the nature is everything. With a beautiful wife who loves you and and you love and take care of her, and you both feed into your kids. And man, I think it's such magic. And you got to pick a place for that. You can't just keep moving around. So yeah, I don't know. I just want to be able to reflect on this video, and anyone who's seen my journey, even a tidbit, because I've filmed so much content over the years and I haven't posted almost any of it. Like nothing. Like 0.00001% of me. I have terabytes and terabytes and terabytes of me traveling, and you hardly see any of it. A couple photos on my Instagram. I'll probably upload here over time and talk about some of my past and like me looking like a dork in a lot of that content. But I think it's just time. I've recognized it, and it's time to pick a place and to pick my teammate as well. I'm pretty excited about that, and just build an actual life, man. It's not building memories now. I just want to do it with people and not alone traveling and meeting people. And it's like, yeah, and then they go back home, and then you go where? To the next location? Nah, it's not it. It's not it, man. Traveling is really, really, really cool and extremely valuable, and I highly recommend it. For a season, maybe there's some people out there who want to see every single country in the world. There's roughly like 197 countries in the world. There's some people who want to see them all. I used to want to see them all, in some way or another, knowing I'd never really do it, but still, you see photos and videos and you're like, man, that must be beautiful to see. And it's like, and you know what happens? You show up there, all the logistics of traveling, okay? It can be cool, it can be fun, it can be interesting, but just logistics, moving bags, paying people, paying for this, paying for that, relocating, finding a room, there's a problem with the room, there's transportation has an issue, you're stuck somewhere, you don't have phone service, then you do have phone service, and then you can't get a little service card for your digital phone, whatever, so you're functioning off Wi-Fi, and you're forced to use a map, and off of that map, you're going to be able to You're going to be able to get where you need to go. There was just a cop, so. And, one thing after another, and it's an adventure for a while until you show up and you look at that view, that postcard picture, you snap a few, the photos never do it justice. You look out and you go, wow, this is beautiful. And 30 seconds later you go, well, I'm kind of hungry. You go eat some food and you're like, wow, this food's so interesting. And then you do that 10 times and you go, wow, yeah, more food. And can I try all the food in the world? Not really. Will I try to? Is it worth it? Can I do it with someone that I love? Can I do it with, someone that I could tell stories with and laugh with? I don't know, man. I don't know. Time to dig some roots, people. Time to plant some seeds and set those roots. Anyway, cheers. I hope you're enjoying my videos, and I will do more of this stuff over time. I don't know what this is. I don't know if this is a vlog. I don't know what the heck this video is. But all I know is that I'm going to be able to look back on it and kind of have some documentation about some of these things and how powerful these lessons are. And hey, hopefully it's encouraging to someone. Hopefully it's eye-opening for someone. Hopefully my experiences can be beneficial to somebody else. So dig into more of my videos. I have business stuff. I have personal stuff. I'm going to have some health stuff coming out on here as well. And eventually I'll have to create some sort of focus channel. But for now, I'm just going to upload things and see what's interesting to me, to be honest with you. I don't want to play by this game of like reverse engineer all the content that my people need. It's like, I'll do that for sure. But I'm also just going to put out some stuff that I want to see and that I would love to have for myself too. So other than that, I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.